Today, I'm going to tell you exactly why the MCU has fell off so hard since Endgame, because a lot of people can't believe just how bad it's gotten, and I'm going to explain to you where it went wrong and how it went wrong. Starting off with Infinity War and Endgame, definitely the most hyped moment in the entire cinematic universe by far. When the Infinity War trailer dropped, bro, words can't describe how good that felt. It looked amazing. We knew it was going to be good just from the trailer. Like, how could the Avengers possibly beat Thanos? That's what everybody was thinking about. Like, how could they possibly beat him? And then when the film came, the Avengers lost, something that had never happened before. And that is an example of Marvel reinventing something. The heroes actually lost for once, because up until then, for the most part, heroes usually won, or is a bit of a bittersweet ending where both sides kind of won. But in this film, the Avengers were absolutely decimated. That is why it was so good. And after the cliffhanger that Infinity War left, we had to wait an entire year to see the conclusion. And all things considered, whether you think Endgame is worse on a second watch or third watch, because the time high section is kind of a drag, when Endgame came out, it was the perfect conclusion to this arc. And there is no doubt about that. Now, this is where it falls off. After Endgame, you kind of need a more serious film to deal with the events that just happened. Half the planet was dusted, half the people had to move on with their lives and deal with losing people they love, and the other half had to fit back into society as if nothing had happened. Now, you'd think a more serious film would come out, but the next film that comes out after Endgame is Spider-Man.
It's so
Fucking Spider-Man. And you already know what a Spider-Man film is. Jokes, laughter, goofiness. Probably the worst film to come after Endgame, to be honest. Now, people on the other side of the coin will say, well, from all the sad stuff in Endgame, we needed a light-hearted movie to move forward. And I disagree. At most, they could have juggled it a bit better, maybe made a light-hearted film with some serious tones, but you have Spider-Man giving Tony Stark, who just died, glasses away in the first movie. This film sucks dick. Now, it's not all about the films, because after Endgame, Disney announced Disney Plus shows. And bro, I don't know about you, but I don't fuck with any of these. Now, I've seen one, and it was Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was okay. It was okay at best. It did not need to exist. I've heard good things about Loki and WandaVision. Fair enough. They have their fan base. Apparently, they're not bad. But everything else sucks. Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. Oh my god, bro. Don't even get me started on this show, because I actually watched the first 2 episodes of this shit and it was fucking buns, and I would never watch it again. I wouldn't even force somebody to watch this show. It is painful, especially the last episode where she's talking to Kevin the robot and they're trying to be smart. Like, they're like, oh my god, yeah, we know what's going on. We know the fans don't really like this at the moment. We're gonna switch it up and do something different. This is how you do something different and do it horribly. Never do this, bro. This is terrible. I hate this scene. But as I was saying, this is where it starts to get a little bit, man, I don't know how to explain it. You just shouldn't be doing shit like this. The Disney Plus shows took people that could be working on the movies, making the movies better, and poured their work into the shows, right? And by the way, they're releasing like more than one show a year. They're just pumping out shows at this point, filling up everybody's timelines with Marvel slop that is like mediocre at best. And this is like the worst thing you could have done. I understand that they were probably on top of the world. They felt like they were on top of the world at this point. They're like, oh my god, Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame was so successful. Let's just start pumping out Marvel stuff and people are gonna eat it up. Yeah, for a little bit, but now we're seeing the consequences of it. Deadpool and Wolverine is like the only Marvel film in the last 5 years that done good at the box office. Like, did you see Thor Love and Thunder? I saw that in the cinema, unfortunately, and it was painful. But yeah, I think I'm done ranting about this. But genuinely, it is quite sad. I was like the biggest Marvel fan, but now it's just ass. Like, it's a struggle to release something good for them. So to answer your question as to when Marvel officially fell off or when it started going downhill, it is most definitely just after Endgame, when they started making these shows, releasing just bang average films, thinking that people would enjoy it just because it has Marvel Studios stamped across it. They just seemed like they didn't care about the quality of the content anymore, just the quantity. They wanted to pump out as many things as possible. And we are finally seeing the effect of these decisions, because we don't have many successful Marvel films anymore. You know, the last really successful one, I believe, was Spider-Man No Way Home. And we know why that was. Like, it wasn't because it was an MCU film. It's because everybody knew that the OG Spider-Man were gonna return. Okay, that's how it is. It got leaked, and we already thought that anyway. Regardless of the leaks, I'm sure so many people would have still gone because they believed they would be in the film. And with the lineup of the next few Marvel films, it just, bro, I don't see it getting any better. The only ones I'm kind of looking forward to seeing in the cinema is Spider-Man 4 and Fantastic Four, only because I know Fantastic Four from the 2005 and 2007 or 9 movies. And then obviously Spider-Man is Spider-Man. You're gonna go and see a Spider-Man film anyway. But as far as that, like, what else is there to be excited about? Young Avengers, bro. Like, everybody in this Young Avengers lineup looks so whack and uninteresting. It's painful. Like, I can think of one, and it's like Miss Marvel, and that's only because like her show is right on my computer screen. Don't know what Thor's doing. He's just weird, and he's got a daughter now. Maybe you should just stick to that, because the last film was so buns. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs out here. Posted 2 videos, haven't gained a single sub yet. It's tough out here. Please let me know any feedback for the videos, the way it's edited, the sound quality, if there's anything you think should be improved. Let me know. I'm all about constructive criticism. Could even say that word right.